Okay.
I'm Destiny Alvarado, and I'll be debating why the annex emperor, or common name emperor dragonfly, is the better predator.
Hello, my name is Mariana, and today I'm going to be defending the Glenurus gratus, otherwise known as the antlion.
So our debate is over which is the better predator, annex emperor, also known as the emperor dragonfly,
Or the Glenurus gratus, otherwise known as the antlion.
my side. The annex emperor, also known as the emperor dragonfly, is one of the largest dragonflies, averaging out 78 millimeters. The male being significantly longer than the female, but strangely, the female is significantly denser than the male. The male emperor dragonfly has a distinct bright bluish abdomen, green colored thorax on the body. As for the female dragonflies, they also have similar colors, but just a bit duller than the male counterparts. The female may seem an inferior counterpart, but outlives the male emperor dragonfly and is known to fly further away from their origins, being the pond where they leave their larvae. The larva of the annex emperor stays in the form for 3 weeks from hatching and can take up to 2 years until they become a full adult form. When they do become this adult form, they will have two sets of wings that are long, full of veins and membranes. Their wings allow the males to fly through the normal flight route in search of prey, while the females are able to fly over their eggs they lay. They become an adult by molting outside of the water. This process can be between a week to 3 weeks, depending on the sex of the dragonfly. The adult form is only about 40 to 50-day period. This means that most of their life is in the larva stage, where they are in the warm water areas. These dragonflies originated in Africa, Europe, and Central Southwest Asia. These insects like to be around the warm pond areas. When there is a change in temperature, they tend to fly upwards of the ground floor to get to warmer areas. The unique characteristic in the ability to eat their prey while they're in flight. They're in a majority of the time in air, so it makes their time more useful.
The Glenurus gratus is a species of antlion most commonly found in New Jersey. They are known to live in the hollow of trees as well as the bottom of sand pits. The larvae are small and can be distinguished by the presence of 2 teeth in their mandible. The larvae can live up to 2 years before they begin to transform into their adult counterpart. The adults are winged insects with a body similar to a dragonfly. Their wingspan is approximately 3.7 inches and their body length is approximately 2.4 inches. The adult Glenurus gratus has dark markings on their wings, which sets them apart from others in their species. The adults will live up to 4 weeks after they've reached this stage. In this time, they will lay eggs and continue their reproduction cycle. The adults are nocturnal and weak flyers who are attracted to light. Studies show that these antlions date as far back as 290 million years ago. They are predators who feed on caterpillars, aphids, ants, and other insect larvae. They are considered to be beneficial to human society because they take care of common garden pests. They earn their name of antlion because they lie in wait for their prey, springing out on it when they least expect it and crushing it with their pincers. One of their interesting characteristics is that the larvae will run backwards in rings in order to dig tiny cone-shaped holes that vary from 3/4 to 2 inches in order to capture their prey. When their victim falls into the hole, they are unable to climb back out as the hole is designed to let loose grains of sand during the slightest disturbance, therefore not allowing the prey to gain any purchase. The antlion larvae will lie in wait at the bottom, hidden almost completely by a layer of sand, and wait for the prey to get near enough to snatch them with their pincers. I believe the Glenurus gratus is the better predator because they have the instinct to wait out their prey and strike when they least expect it, which gives them a great advantage. They use a more tactical approach when it comes to hunting their prey, which ensures that they are more successful in catching them.
The antlion does has some good tactics for being a predator, such as being able to make a booby trap to catch their prey. But I'm still a strong believer that the emperor dragonfly has the better advantage as a top apex predator. The emperor dragonfly has mandibles that are located on the head. The mandibles are not able to open wide, but they use the mandibles to puncture their prey and then use the molar lobes to get their food to consume the prey. The mandibles and the molar lobes make eating efficient with the use of 6 muscles. The way that they feast is by putting their legs close to their head to grab onto the prey when they crack open the prey viciously, and they use the mandibles to chew their prey up the whole time while being in air. Being able to eat and being on the go to find even more prey is the best way to optimize time. Along with the mandibles, they have a powerful labium, which is similar to a jaw. The labium is very powerful because its ability to extend and become unhinged to keep the prey from falling.
I agree that the mandibles that the emperor dragonfly possess help it catch their prey, but I do not think that makes it the better predator. The antlion has long pincers which help it catch its prey more efficiently. Also, antlions will inject their prey with venom, which paralyzes them. Then they will proceed to add enzymes that break down the innards of their prey, and then, much like spiders, will suck down their now liquefied meal. They are able to accomplish this because they possess mandibles and maxillae that form a pair of sucking tubes. They will then toss out the empty body of their prey from their self-made lair and lie in wait all over again, waiting for another victim to fall into their trap. They have been known to eat approximately 22 ants a day, which I think wouldn't be possible without help from their cone-shaped holes that efficiently trap their intended prey. I think this shows once again why I consider the antlion to be the better predator. They have a stealthier approach to hunting their prey, which works in their favor, allowing them to be more successful as they hunt.
The antlion does seem to have some deadly pincers and a way of having their prey fall to them. I'm still confident to say that the emperor dragonfly is the top predator, no matter what cycle they're in. Not only is the adult form of the emperor dragonfly a force to be reckoned with, but also the larvae as well. The dragonflies lay their eggs on the plants of ponds. Once larvae come out of the eggs, they are ready to feast. They use the prehensile labial mask to capture their speedy prey. The young larvae are able to prey on tadpoles and mosquitoes to feast on them. These carnivorous water predators have a wide variety of prey to choose from. The larva's color pattern of black and white helps from being prey and being seen as more striking predator. Being seen as a top predator by other species proves that the larva stage of the annex and predator is a top tier.
I will admit that while the dragonfly might have an advantage when it comes to their adult form, the antlion is still superior because it spends most of its life as a larvae. This means that although the adult antlion has some weaknesses, such as their flying or the fact that they are nocturnal, they do not have to deal with it for long. They are only alive for about a month in their adult form, which is long enough to lay eggs and start the next generation of antlions. They are much more lethal in their larvae form, as they also have incredible camouflage, which makes it easier to hide from their prey as they wait for them to meet their demise. I still believe that the antlion is a better predator because the advantages it has still seem to surpass the advantages that the emperor dragonfly possesses.
These large annex and predators are great case studies into researching the Odonta order, which have primarily flying insects. There are several studies on the emperor regarding their larval stage. The emperor's larval stage can last from 1 to 2 years after hatching, giving a great time to study these fierce creatures. They also use the emperor dragonfly to study their extremely great vision. It is important to study this predator because they can be a nuisance in the pond ecosystem. They're big pain. They're big pain because of their need for food, especially their diet of tadpoles. The overconsumption of tadpoles leads to an imbalance in the frog/tadpole population. The use of their compound eyes and aerial flight gives the dragonflies an advantage of seeing their predator and prey. All the advantages, such as great vision, superb aerial flight, sharp mandibles, and their labium, give the emperor dragonfly the top predator tier.
Recently, antlions have been used to study brain lateralization, which is the idea that certain brain functions involve one hemisphere of the brain more than the other. The study of brain lateralization in insects has become rather popular, with bees being the most popular insect to use. However, scientists recently began using antlions in their research because of their use of the sand pitfall traps. They conducted an experiment in which they tried to observe if the antlion larvae were experiencing left or right asymmetry. Their results were not great, but they gave insight into whether or not brain asymmetry was present in antlions. It is important to research these insects because there seems to be evidence of complex learning abilities in their behavior. This could help lead researchers gather data that might be beneficial in the future. And okay.